number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. And again, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Flacco from the gun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd down, Flacco from the gun. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
They have 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Towards the end zone for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Allen. And able to find John Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. A huge play there for Denver. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going to fire one deep left. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 7. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards. There, and it also brings up third down. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's make these babies crawl. Half. Switch gears. Alert!
Here's Allen to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Broncos.
From the gun, Flacco. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trent Murphy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
4 yards on the pickup there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Eluding the pressure right. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field. trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. It could cost you a game or win you one.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 12, Allen, and that's complete to Brown. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Check, 47. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Watch safety green. Safety.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. And Oliver forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Flacco finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Flacco. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Flacco. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Half. Check.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Corey Grant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Broncos push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
Whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flacco toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Passing play. Flacco escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down. That sets up a 1st and goal. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Flacco will take to the air again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cameron Meredith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills get a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked. Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Flacco looks to throw. Gets it to Meredith, complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll let this thing go for Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being
rush coming, and he's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Allen going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And the Lions have scored to move in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's Flacco. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up first. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Corey Grant with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Throwing on first down is Allen. Dancing to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
61, matchbox lights. Check three, check that light.
On third down, Grant. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. To the air, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
Round 80. Check like 47. Stay with your man. Check.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. To throw, it's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills get a bit closer. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Sanders here on the... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Flacco. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go. Under 10. 10. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Outreach. Motion, I got one. 4-7's a mic. Sub. Quick the edge. Pass. 22 jet bomber. He's coming, double up. Kill. Regular.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go back to Grant. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bills on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Kill. Turn up. Watch twist.
They will run with Grant, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Allen going to go on fourth down, and this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Flacco from the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He completes this to Sutton. That'll be a gain of 16. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL. And they're into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here with Davis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They keep it with Davis on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Check. Regular. Back.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, "Hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning."
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.